feel what LifeSmart can do for you. But before that, because I'm sure you've already seen a lot of smart home products in the Philippines, especially now, ang dami ng TikToks, ang dami ng pumapasok. So I'm gonna start off with what differentiates LifeSmart from everybody else. Okay? So if you go look at what's in the market, the older ones like Control 4, Crestron, and all these others, they are legacy IoT brands, meaning wired sila. So you have a control box or a computer and then you wire your entire house for it to connect to one singular computer to do automation. So magastos yung wiring, magastos yung piping. So wireless is the next best thing. So now wireless is in and we all know Wi-Fi. So Wi-Fi again is the first major protocol to penetrate the entire market for our phones to connect for internet connection and interconnectivity between devices. So we also know IR. IR is probably the oldest wireless protocol. You use it to control our TV, and until now, IR hasn't changed. We're still using it. Air concept device split types still have IR controllers. And then there's RF, radio frequency. So smart home began in about 2013. They started with a company realized na, dumadami na yung smart home, dumadami na. Let's come up with a wireless protocol called Zigbee. So probably all of you have heard about Zigbee already. So Zigbee is a company who made this wireless protocol. So if you have a company who wants to make switches, you just pay me, you use Zigbee. You have a company that makes door locks, use Zigbee. You have a company that makes lighting, use Zigbee. And so what people did is, they'd have like 5 to 6 apps or to 10 apps on their phone. Kasi ito nagko-control dito, ito nagko-control, iba-ibang company. And then came Tuya. Tuya said, that's a problem. Parang okay lang yan if you have your own one room or one area na maliit. But when it comes to large-scale implementations or villas or house or hotels or building management, it can become unreliable. So our strength is LifeSmart has their own proprietary protocol called COSS. It's the longest range signal up to 800 meters of line of sight. And then it can penetrate walls, very low energy consumption, very fast response. So LifeSmart made their own proprietary protocol. This allowed them to scale up faster. Kasi sa kanila yung signal eh. I don't need to keep on asking permission from Zigbee. I'll do this, I'll do this, I'll do this. The beauty is LifeSmart can also be compatible with Matter. So LifeSmart created their own protocol, COSS, and they also opened up their hubs to Zigbee or Z-Wave, allowing it to have a more robust, compatible system. Google is only the mechanism to allow different brands to come together. So Google has Nest, their HVAC controller, and they have their Wi-Fi devices together. So tayo po, compatible tayo ni Google. So when you set up your entire smart home using this, you can add it to Google, you can add it to Amazon, or you can add it to Alexa. HomeKit. Ang problema kasi natin sa Pilipinas is internet.
Yes.
Pag wala ka ng internet, wala na si Google Home. Wala na si Alexa, wala na rin si Apple HomeKit. Diba? They're all down. So with us, we stay alive. These are our control panels, or we call them our hubs. This is edge computing hubs. Nandito lahat. And what differentiates us from everybody is this can accept up to 500 devices in one station, up to 800 meters range, or shorter pag may walls, of course, no? But it's the only one of its kind that can accept that much devices and retain all the AI programming here. So pag wala yung internet, all the AI programming that we've done for energy efficiency, for security, for safety, will all work even if the internet is down. Okay? This Nature 7 Pro is a touch panel here that can also do the video intercom and room-to-room intercom. So we can do from the gate, magdo-doorbell, si Grab, whoever delivery, you can answer it from here, and then you can open the gate, or architects, I would like to push this now na parang gagawa na tayo ng delivery gate. So a delivery gate is being adopted in many countries, or starting to grow. Wala pang fixed one, but it's an electric gate that opens, you can leave your package, there's a camera inside, and then after naglagay sa loob, it closes. And then you can open it from the inside at any time of the day to get whatever Lazada, Shopee delivery that you have. So that is something that we can do and to design in the house. So again, these are smaller stations that we can per room that it can control every room here. Again, the essential part is it can control that room whether there is internet or where there is no internet. That is the most important part, right? So these are our traditional switches. We have them in standard 3x3 or European format, which is getting popular nowadays. In the Philippines, we don't regulate it. In Malaysia, in Hong Kong, it's regulated yung shape. They can only do this. They cannot do the US or Japan type. This is just a choice of different switches. We have 1 gang, 2 gang, and 3 gang of all these colors here. And we have more switches along the way. We also have dimmer controllers. So LifeSmart is also an expert in dimming. We can control the major protocols of dimmable lights, 0 to 10, triac, or dolly. But of course, we can control any light from Firefly or whatever is in the market. We can easily turn them on and off. Here is something that we can make any outlet or old switch into smart. Yung mga switches na to, it needs a neutral line. So if you're familiar with smart homes, you need to power these devices with 220. So most of the people who do this are yung gumagawa ng bahay na bago or office na bago. Or office, normally it's easier to wire a neutral line kasi meron tayong temporary ceilings pag office that we can drop neutral lines. But the essential part is this series over here. It's the most stable non-neutral line switch in the market. What does that mean in layman's terms? Any renovation, we can easily replace the switch right away without dropping a neutral line. So the difference is it has a battery inside that lasts for 3 to 5 years. But the battery is monitored on the app, so you'll know if it's low or not. And you can have a smart switch right away. Like right now, I can get an electrician and replace it and then put one of our hubs and that's it. Ito naman, yung hub na to is a tabletop hub. So these are, actually these guys and this one is a tabletop hub that you can just plug on the wall, add a set number of devices and control them from here. So renovations come very easy with LifeSmart and very reliable as well, right? Here is I would like to say the core of LifeSmart's functionality, or what sets LifeSmart apart in terms of automating your house. Because without this, we cannot automate. This is like us, our eyes, ears, our feelings, our tongue, our taste. This will allow your space to come alive. With CO2 sensors, luminosity, brightness, temperature, humidity, CO2, water, smoke, human presence, all of that we combine together to give you a smart home that automatically reacts for you. So, if we just put the sensors, some people would like to say, sensors lang muna ako. So, we can start with the sensors. It reports to you every time you want to know something. Uy, may pumasok sa room ko. Uy, may nag-open ng door. May pumasok sa bahay ko. May nag-open ng drawer. May nag-open ng window. Yung temperature tumaas. Humidity. You know, being a tropical country, humidity is our biggest problem. The resort, that will be one of your biggest concerns as well. It will deteriorate not just your space, but your furniture, your painting, your bags, your leather goods, your clothes, your camera, lahat nag-deteriorate because of humidity. Surprisingly, even allergies are caused by humidity. If you have a humidity sensor and you check, pag sinisipon ka, always check the humidity, most likely it's above 70%, which is not good for us. But given this problem, what are we doing right now about it? So not everybody would put a dehumidifier. Aircon is too expensive kasi electricity is very expensive. And we're always thinking, pag nagdagdag ako niyan, I solve the humidity, gagastos pa ako ng kuryente. But so the key here is to automate it. Alam natin yung pumutok sa Malate, yung laundry center, kasi dryers are powered by gasol, right? So this is a gas sensor, and that is a solenoid valve operating on a pipe. So imagine that to be on your gas pipe outside. So when it detects gas, it solves the problem automatically already. While you are sleeping, while you are in the US, wherever you are. Local alert, very audible for anybody who's there, But if nobody's there, all of you should be getting it on your notifications. But if you're asleep, the problem is already solved. Because gas problems are because of accumulated gas. So as soon as we detected a certain increase, when we stop it, there's really no problem. Recently, we've already been working with DFP in several areas. So instead of the traditional wired F-gas, they're now beginning to accept our wireless solutions because our batteries are monitored on the app. Our app notifies you. Imagine a safety officer reporting about one building, about 10 buildings every day, stating which sensors are good and which sensors are not. On a traditional wired system, it will take several engineers, several days, gasoline expenses, traveling expenses to go to different areas just to check if a few sensors is up or down. But that is the power of IoT. So again, moving forward here, this probably is the smartest security alarm system in the Philippines, or I would say in the IoT industry. Why? Different brands out there, this is the only smart hub with edge computing, with backup battery that will last for 12 hours if there's a power outage. So your safety and security system still runs even if there's a power outage. Also has a backup LTE SIM card. So pag nag-fail yung fiber connection mo, mag-shift siya to the LTE. But if you live up in the mountains or a resort in a far-flung area na wala rin fiber, with a SIM card, you can still control your resort or different areas. So you have this, and this is the only one in the market of its kind. Can't accept 500 devices as well. So I'm gonna demonstrate to you cameras. Yes, we all know about cameras. There's so many cameras in the market. But what differentiates LifeSmart from all of those is every time a sensor triggers, it takes a snapshot. So pag may CCTV tayo, when do you look at it? Pag may problema na. You cannot look at it. Even if you have 30 cameras, 1,000 cameras, maski naglagay ka ng 5 tao dyan, hindi nila makikita lahat ng rooms all at the same time. But this one, every time the door opens, it takes a snapshot of that situation, sends to you right away, and reports you every time something happens. You already know kung sinong pumasok instantly. So, this one is a motion sensor, this one is a door sensor, this one is an alert and a key fob, just like our cars. No? All of this is customizable depending on the preference of the client. Pag naka-arm, when I open it, so yung bahay mo may alarm system. So this can enhance your security system because you cannot afford to put a guard on every door of the house and every back door in every area of the village. Of course, this is also equipped with a panic button. If I'm in trouble in my room, I press it, calls help. It's the most powerful security system right now. Digital door locks in general are good. It allows us for keyless entry. Wala na tayong dinadalang susi, wala nang anything, right? But the difference between LifeSmart is when you enter your biometric, your house already starts. Parang kotse. Pagdating mo sa bahay, yung aircon mo sa kwarto mag-on, curtains will close, heaters will run for energy efficiency, and everything. So it connects to the entire house, while the other door locks just opens the door. You can also equip it with a anti-hijacking code. So pag dumating ka ng bahay, may nag-hold up sa'yo, when you enter that particular code, it notifies your family member. You can still go in, but nag-notify na ng lahat na you are in trouble. With a code na nag-Airbnb, and may ninakaw. Pero hindi mo tinanggal yung code. Pagbalik niya, nag-notify din sa'yo na bumalik na yung magnanakaw. So there are different things that we can set this up for you to really maximize. We've seen smart curtains in the market with remote control, but ours can be linked with our sensors. Imagine in a resort, east or west, you get hit with sunrise, you get hit with afternoon sun, the curtains close automatically. I've been to many hotels. I have breakfast somewhere in Cagayan, and then when I have breakfast, I see a parade of waiters coming out, closing the curtains kasi tumatama yung sunlight. Imagine all of that can be automated really. Sunlight hitting inside your house will not only affect your mood, but it will also destroy your furniture, paintings, carpet, whatever, because of the UV light. So we want to protect all of that by closing the curtains automatically because sometimes ina-ask natin si ate or si kuya or whoever yung katulong natin sa bahay, hindi nila nagagawa, high blood pa tayo kasi sira na. No? An example of that is swimming pool filters. So swimming pools normally have pump rooms that are very far. And normally owners, when they go swimming, ate, kuya, i-on mo yung pump kasi magsiswimming kami. Pati yung ilaw ng pool, nandun pa rin sa pump room. So we have done so many swimming pool automations, including Slater Young's swimming pool. Kasi pag nagsushoot siya, maingay yung pump, ay ang layo ng pump room niya, nasa likod. And now, he just gets the app and easily shuts it off para he can do vlogs without the pool na maingay. And all of that convenience we can add for you because one time na na-miss yung filter, the next day may algae ka na sa pool mo. And that's bigger cost to clean up. Energy management here. So we have different ways to control thermostats, HVAC controllers, and we even have the standard just IR universal blasters to control any split type air conditions. We can do granular setup of the reading of temperature. What is granular? I was just sharing with some folks outside that we did a study for 7-Eleven in the pandemic. Because every machine is very critical to monitor because once a coffee machine gets down, that's loss of revenue for them. It's not just no coffee. It's really loss of income. So it's very critical for them to monitor each device, not just generally. And as you monitor each device, you can even use energy monitoring per device to notice or to use it for preventive maintenance. Because machines also do that. So reading the energy of these like this will give you a lot of insight to help you make better decisions. And all of this can tie up with our enterprise server where you can compare the data from previous days to the next days. And this will allow you to have a building management system, combining all of that together.